We live in a world built on data. Every click, every transaction, every connection leaves a digital trace. Our lives, our economies, and our societies are now deeply intertwined with a vast, invisible network of information. This digital frontier offers, honestly, just unprecedented opportunities for progress and innovation. It connects us in ways our ancestors could never have imagined. Yet, this interconnectedness comes with a price. It creates new vulnerabilities, new avenues for attack, and new challenges for security. The very systems that empower us can also be turned against us. Understanding this dual nature of technology is the first step towards securing our collective digital future. It is not about fearing technology but about respecting its power and complexity. The landscape of this digital world is constantly changing. What was secure yesterday may not be secure today. New technologies emerge, business models evolve, and our reliance on digital infrastructure deepens. This rapid pace of change means that our approach to security must be equally dynamic. We can no longer think of security as a static wall we build around our assets. Instead, we must envision it as a living, breathing process. It is a continuous cycle of assessment, adaptation, and response. The goal is not to create an impenetrable fortress because, well, such a thing does not exist. The goal is to build resilient systems that can withstand attacks, adapt to new threats, and recover quickly when breaches inevitably occur. This brings us to the core of the cybersecurity challenge. It is not merely a technical problem to be solved by engineers and software. It is a human problem, a business problem, and a societal problem. The decisions we make about data, privacy, and security have far-reaching consequences. They affect individual freedoms, corporate stability, and even national security. As we navigate this complex terrain, we need guides. We need experienced voices who can cut through the noise, explain the real risks, and offer practical solutions. We need leaders who understand both the technology and the human element behind it, individuals who can help us make smarter, safer choices in an increasingly digital age. Today, on September 28, 2025, the stakes have never been higher. Our digital infrastructure is more critical and more vulnerable than ever before. From the global supply chain to the local power grid, everything is connected. This makes the conversation about cybersecurity not just relevant but essential for everyone. It is a shared responsibility. Whether you are a CEO, an IT professional, or simply a citizen of the digital world, you have a role to play. By seeking knowledge and embracing a proactive mindset, we can begin to build a more secure and trustworthy digital future for generations to come. The journey requires insight, diligence, and a clear-eyed view of the challenges ahead. In the complex and often bewildering world of cybersecurity, experience is the most valuable currency. It is one thing to understand the theory of digital defense, but it is another thing entirely to have stood on the front lines, witnessing the evolution of threats firsthand. This is where individuals like Kamlesh Soni become so invaluable. With over 2 decades of dedicated experience in the field, Kamlesh has navigated the cybersecurity landscape from its early days to its current state of hypercomplexity. His journey has taken him through the trenches of information security, enterprise risk management, and the intricate world of hybrid cloud environments. His expertise is not just academic, it is forged in the crucible of real-world challenges. Kamlesh Soni's credentials paint a picture of a deeply committed professional. He holds a master's degree in computer applications which provides him with a solid technical foundation. But it is his extensive list of certifications that truly highlights his dedication to continuous learning and mastery. He is a certified information systems security professional, a qualification recognized as a gold standard in the industry. He is also a certified information security manager and certified in risk and information systems control. These certifications demonstrate a holistic understanding of security, from hands-on technical implementation to high-level strategic risk management. This unique blend of skills allows him to bridge the gap between the server room and the boardroom. Throughout his career, Kamlesh has held pivotal roles at major multinational corporations. He has been entrusted with the security of vast, complex IT ecosystems, protecting critical data and infrastructure from a relentless barrage of cyber threats. This experience has given him a pragmatic and battle-tested perspective on what truly works in cybersecurity. He understands that security is not about implementing every new tool or following every trend. It is about understanding the specific risks an organization faces and developing a tailored, multi-layered strategy to mitigate them. His work has consistently focused on building resilient security postures that can adapt to the ever-changing threat landscape. What makes Kamlesh's perspective particularly relevant today is his deep expertise in modern security challenges. He has not just watched the rise of cloud computing and AI-driven attacks, he has been actively developing strategies to counter them. His insights are not theoretical ponderings but practical advice grounded in years of hands-on work. He is a sentinel watching over the digital domain, not just identifying threats, but also empowering others with the knowledge to defend themselves. As we delve deeper into the specific challenges of our time, Kamlesh Soni's voice serves as a clear and steady guide, helping us understand the risks and navigate the path toward a more secure digital existence. The nature of cyber threats is not static. It is a constantly evolving ecosystem where attackers relentlessly innovate to find new weaknesses. One of the most significant trends we see today is the weaponization of artificial intelligence. Malicious actors are now using AI to create more sophisticated and evasive attacks. They can automate the process of finding vulnerabilities, craft highly convincing phishing emails at a massive scale, and develop malware that can adapt its behavior to avoid detection. This AI-powered offense requires an equally intelligent defense. We are no longer just fighting human hackers. We are fighting intelligent algorithms designed to breach our systems with, honestly, terrifying efficiency and speed. Another major trend is the security challenge posed by the cloud. As more organizations migrate their data and operations to cloud environments, they are also expanding their attack surface. The cloud offers incredible flexibility and scalability, but it also introduces new complexities. Misconfigurations in cloud services are now a leading cause of data breaches. A single mistake in setting up a storage bucket or a database can expose sensitive information to the entire internet. Securing the cloud is not the sole responsibility of the cloud provider, it is a shared responsibility. Organizations must understand their role in configuring, managing, and monitoring their cloud assets to ensure they are not leaving digital doors wide open for attackers. Perhaps one of the most underestimated risks is that which comes from third parties. Your organization might have the strongest security in the world, but that matters little if your vendors do not. The modern business ecosystem is a complex web of interconnected partners, suppliers, and service providers. A breach in one of your smaller vendors can create a backdoor into your own network. This is what we call supply chain risk. Attackers are increasingly targeting smaller, less secure companies as a stepping stone to get to their ultimate larger target. Every vendor with access to your data or your network is a potential point of failure in your security posture. These trends, AI-driven attacks, cloud vulnerabilities, and third-party risks, are not independent of each other. They are interconnected and often compound one another. An attacker might use AI to find a misconfiguration in a third-party vendor's cloud environment to ultimately gain access to your primary network. This convergence of threats creates a highly dynamic and challenging environment for defenders. It underscores the need for a holistic and proactive security strategy. We must move beyond simply reacting to incidents and start anticipating where the next threat will come from. Security in 2025 is about understanding these shifting sands and building defenses that are agile enough to adapt. The modern IT environment is rarely simple. Most organizations today operate in a hybrid infrastructure, which is basically a mix of on-premises data centers and one or more public cloud providers. This hybrid model offers the best of both worlds, but it also creates a pretty complex security challenge. So how do you maintain consistent security policies and visibility across these disparate environments? Well, the key, according to experts like Kamlesh Soni, is to establish a unified security framework. This starts with a robust identity and access management or IAM strategy. IAM is really the foundation of cloud security. It ensures that only authorized individuals can access specific resources and only for the reasons they need to. Strong authentication and the principle of least privilege are no longer optional, they're essential. Once access is controlled, the next critical layer of defense is data protection itself. This means implementing comprehensive encryption for data both at rest and in transit. When your data is stored in a cloud database or object storage, it should be encrypted. And when it's moving between your on-premises systems and the cloud, or even between different cloud services, it must also be encrypted. Encryption acts as a last line of defense. Even if an attacker manages to bypass other security controls and access your data, they will be left with nothing but unreadable ciphertext. This simple yet powerful control can be the difference between a minor incident and a catastrophic data breach. Another crucial element of securing a hybrid infrastructure is continuous monitoring and logging. You can't protect what you can't see. Organizations need to deploy tools that provide a unified view of security events across all their environments. This means collecting logs from on-premises servers, cloud virtual machines, and platform-as-a-service offerings. These logs must be analyzed in real time for signs of suspicious activity. Advanced security information and event management, or CM systems, often enhanced with machine learning, can help detect anomalies that might indicate a compromised account or an active attack. Without comprehensive visibility, you're essentially flying blind in a hostile environment. Ultimately, mastering cloud security comes back to understanding the shared responsibility model. The cloud provider, whether it's Amazon, Microsoft, or Google, is responsible for the security of the cloud. This includes the physical data centers and the underlying network infrastructure. However, you, the customer, are responsible for security in the cloud. This includes your data, your applications, your access policies, and your network configurations. As Kamlesh Soni often emphasizes, you cannot outsource your responsibility. Building a secure cloud fortress requires a deep understanding of this model and a proactive commitment to managing your side of the security equation with diligence and expertise. In our interconnected digital economy, no organization is an island. We rely on a vast network of third-party vendors for everything from software services to data processing and customer support. This collaboration is essential for modern business, but it also creates a significant security risk. Every vendor you work with represents a potential link in your security chain, and as the old saying goes, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. A breach at one of your trusted partners can have devastating consequences for your own organization, leading to data loss, financial damage, and reputational harm. Therefore, managing third-party risk is no longer a peripheral activity. It's a core component of any comprehensive cybersecurity strategy. The first step in strengthening your third-party security is to conduct thorough vendor assessments before you sign any contracts. This process, often called due diligence, involves evaluating a potential vendor's security posture to ensure they meet your standards, and it's not just about sending them a questionnaire to fill out. It involves a deeper investigation into their security policies, their incident response plans, and their data protection controls. You need to ask tough questions. How do they handle your data? Who has access to it? Have they undergone independent security audits? Making an informed decision at the beginning of the relationship is far more effective than trying to fix problems later on. Once a vendor is onboarded, the work is not over. Security is not a one-time check, it's a continuous process. You must establish a framework for ongoing monitoring and compliance. This includes regularly reviewing the vendor's security performance and ensuring they continue to adhere to the agreed-upon standards. This might involve periodic reassessments, requesting updated audit reports, or using security rating services that continuously monitor a vendor's external security posture. The goal is to maintain visibility into your supply chain security and to identify and address any emerging risks before they can be exploited by attackers. Trust is important, but it must always be verified. Finally, strong contracts are an essential tool for managing third-party risk. Your agreements with vendors should include clear and specific cybersecurity requirements. These clauses should outline the vendor's responsibilities for protecting your data, define the security controls they must have in place, and establish procedures for notifying you in the event of a security incident. The contract should also include the right to audit, which gives you the ability to verify their compliance. As Kamlesh Soni would advise, a well-written contract transforms security expectations from a handshake agreement into a legally binding obligation, creating a powerful incentive for your vendors to take security seriously. The cybersecurity field is facing a critical talent shortage. As threats become more numerous and sophisticated, the demand for skilled professionals to defend our digital assets has skyrocketed. For young people aspiring to enter this exciting and challenging field, the opportunities are immense. However, building a successful career in cybersecurity requires more than just academic knowledge. Kamlesh Soni strongly advises aspiring professionals to focus on gaining practical, hands-on experience. Theoretical knowledge is important, but the ability to apply that knowledge in real-world scenarios is what truly sets a candidate apart. This means getting your hands dirty with the tools and technologies used by professionals every day. One of the best ways to gain this practical experience is by setting up a home lab. You can use virtualization software to create your own network of virtual machines and experiment with different operating systems, security tools, and attack techniques in a safe, controlled environment. You can learn how to set up a firewall, configure an intrusion detection system, or practice forensic analysis on a simulated compromised system. This hands-on practice is invaluable. It helps solidify theoretical concepts and builds the muscle memory needed to respond effectively during a real security incident. It also demonstrates a genuine passion and initiative to potential employers. Another piece of advice for aspiring professionals is to never stop learning. The cybersecurity landscape changes at a blistering pace, and the skills that are in demand today may be obsolete tomorrow. A commitment to lifelong learning is essential for long-term success. This means staying up to date with the latest threats, vulnerabilities, and defensive technologies. It means reading industry blogs, attending webinars, and pursuing relevant certifications. Certifications like CompTIA Security Plus or Certified Ethical Hacker, also known as CEH, can be a great way to validate your skills and demonstrate your commitment to professional development. They provide a structured path for learning and signal to employers that you have a foundational level of expertise. Finally, Kamlesh Soni emphasizes that cybersecurity is fundamentally about problem solving. It's not just about knowing how to configure a piece of software, it's about having an analytical and inquisitive mindset. It's about being able to look at a complex system, identify potential weaknesses, and devise creative solutions to mitigate them. This mindset is the most important asset a cybersecurity professional can have. To cultivate it, you should constantly challenge yourself, participate in capture the flag competitions, contribute to open-source security projects, and engage with the broader cybersecurity community. By embracing a proactive, hands-on, and curious approach, the next generation of defenders can forge successful careers and play a vital role in securing our shared digital future.